Welcome, my beautiful people. Welcome to the second episode of Mystery to Glory, where we take a mystery team to, well, glory. In the first episode, we didn't know which team we were going to be. We had help from Surprise Shirt, so we opened up a box, and before the second game, well, this is the home shirt. Before the second game, we will be revealing the away shirt. The team that we got is Rapenzia, Timișoara, who are in the Romanian second division, and we've got to lead this side to glory. In the save, we are using no attribute. So in the first season, kind of in the summer, we won't be making any first season signings because we quite literally have to rely on data in order to sign the perfect players. But in this episode, we are going to be creating the perfect tactic for this team, and well, we're going to be looking at the players more in depth to try and work out which is the best formation and which is the best style of play. So let's get stuck in, boys. Let's go. Welcome back, people, to the second episode. In the first episode, we kind of learned a little bit more about Rippy, who are in the Romanian second division. So if you want to learn more, a little bit more about this team, then I would watch that first episode of the series. And in this episode, we are going to be looking at creating the perfect tactic for this team, so of course we can be successful during the season. So what we're going to do is have a quick look and a quick in-depth look, if that even makes sense, into this team, and kind of we're going to work out which formation is the best formation to go with and which is the best style of play to go with as well. So first of all, you know what, we're just going to go to tactics, and we're just going to have a standard. Let's just put the 3-5-2 there. It's just so I can see the formations here and I can start filling in players just like this. It's a bit easier for me. So in goal, we will have Stefan Dobre, who is a shot stopper. If we look at his coach report, he's considered good at shot stopping. He's got a balanced and normal personality, which everybody in his team has. He's potentially a Casa 1 Liga goalkeeper in the future, so we possibly do not have to be looking at a goalkeeper if we do get promoted into the first division or the first tier. So Stefan Dobre in goal. We've got Christian Gavra, who I was actually calling him Gava in the first episode. That is way off. Christian Gavra, I need to put some respect on my best striker. He is 28. He is a physical player. He's 6'1". If we look at the reports, he's a leading player, so we really need to focus on this guy because we really need to get the best out of him. He can help us get promoted. So he can play in a couple of positions, but I kind of want to play him in his natural position, which is up top. And let's go back to the report. He's got strength, he's got stamina. That makes him a decent athlete. A physical role up front would be a pressing forward, wouldn't it? So we are going to go with a pressing forward. Let's just stick him on attack for now. Next, we have Ivanovic. I'm not going to try and pronounce his first name at this moment. We got Ivanovic, he's 6'4". He's 6'4", a 6-foot winger. Nice. He's unlikely to improve in the future, but again, he is a good player for most second division sides. Again, he's considered a physical player, but this time he's got some pace to him and some acceleration as well. So for me, he has to be a winger. I did see actually that he's a fairly selfish player, so we kind of have to keep an eye out for that. So we're going to stick him onto the right wing. He's a right-footed player. We're going to stick him onto the right wing. Next, we have Alexandru Pif. Now let's look at his report. Again, he's considered a good player for most second division sides, and he's potentially a leading second division player as well. He's considered a technical player. He's got agility, he's got pace. He doesn't like big matches. He lacks intelligence on the pitch, but he's a right-footed player that likes to play on the left. So of course he has to be an inverted player. So at the moment, we're going to stick this guy here as a winger. We're going to put a winger on support. But for Piftor, we are going to be using an inverted winger on attack. Now, next, I can already see that a left back is fairly high in this list when it comes to star rating. So possibly a 3-5-2 isn't going to be the formation. This could possibly end up as a 4-4-2, which was actually recommended. So if we go back to the squad and looking at the squad depth, if we look here, we've got two great goalkeepers. That's fairly unusual. We've got two great goalkeepers, we've got 3 good left backs, we've got 1 great centre back with 4 good centre backs, we've got 4 good right backs as well. We're not necessarily strong in the wing back area, so we really do need to look at a flat defence. This could be a flat back 5 or it could be a flat back 4. Now looking in midfield, we've got 1 great DM, 3 good ones as well. We've got 4 good central midfielders, 2 great left wingers, 2 great right wingers. We've got 1 great striker and 2 good strikers as well. To me, We are looking at a 4-2-4 or 4-4-2, possibly a 4-4-2 to start with. We can then transition into a 4-2-4 as the season goes on and we get a little bit more comfortable. So we're going to go to the tactics and we're going to switch this to a 4-4-2, which was actually recommended at the beginning. Now we've got that 4-4-2. We've got Gavra as the pressing forward, Piftor as the inverted winger, Ivanovic as the winger on support here. Now Ivanovic is actually not natural or even accomplished. He's nothing as a right winger. So what we're going to have to do is actually retrain him. So we're going to go to here, winger and right winger here. I mean, he shouldn't really have too much trouble adapting to this role. He's already a winger as well when it comes to his best role according to the coach. And so just shifting him down one position or pushing him down into that right midfield position, it shouldn't do too much harm. Now let's go back to the squad. The next player is actually a goalkeeper. Next down we do have Dennis Golda, who is 24, another physical player, another one. Let's go to his reports. He's considered a physical player. The player could successfully be retrained as a right winger. He works well within the team, so this suggests that he's got a high work rate and he's got high teamwork as well, but he's a fairly slow player, so we don't necessarily want to be hitting the ball in front of him. We don't want to be passing it into space when it comes to Dennis Golda. We really need to get the ball played into feet where he can hold up the ball and, well, use his strength. So we could use a DLF where he actually moves into channel, which I believe he should have some pace, not the most pace, but some pace to him. So again, we're going to be using a double pressing forward, but this time on support, he's going to be supporting act for Gavra. He's just going to be holding up the ball with his back towards the goal, hopefully. Whoa, where do you think you're going? This video is sponsored by the fantasy football app SPITCH. SPITCH is a fantasy football app that allows you to battle it out against other people. Now, this could be your friends, strangers, or someone, a master like myself. You can join my league. The code will be somewhere up there. In SPITCH, you build your own team. You're going to have all the data that allows you to pick the very best team that you can. And when you select your captain will be earning some double points for your team. Not necessarily your whole team getting double points, but your captain will be getting some double points. You think you've heard the best, but you haven't. There are some weekly competitions where you can earn your fair share of £70,000. Now that is one big, huge injection. So as you probably guessed by now, you can win some prizes with this fantasy football app, but not just at the end of the season, during the season, because there are some weekly competitions. Now to sign up, all you've got to do is click on the link down in the description. You have to be 18 years of age or over, and you have to be currently living in the UK, Ireland, Germany, or Austria. That's Austria, by the way. So go on, what are you waiting for? Download this app on your mobile device, and by signing up and registering, you will be helping out this channel a lot, and that would be hugely appreciated. So thank you people in advance. Now let's get back into Football Manager and continue creating this perfect tactic for Rippy. Let's get stuck in. Back to the squad, we do have Cosman Gladden, who is a left back. He's a technical player as well, and we're just now going to be filling in the spots in the positions here, and then we can look into the players again in a little bit more detail to try and work out their favorite roles. For me, I feel I have the key players. So Stefan Dobre, he's going to be in goal anyway. We've got Christian Gavra, we need to get the best out of him. Ivanovic as well, kind of get the best out of him. We are retrading him, so it might take a little bit of time to see the best results from him. Alexandra Piftor as well, a creative player, so we have fitted a creative play in there, an inverted winger, so that's going to cut in, play some through balls, play some crosses, and really try and be a creator. Then we got Dennis Golda, who's going to be a partner to Gavra up top. He's going to try and work well up top with him, pressing very, very hard, trying to win the ball back. So we know that we kind of have to press, not necessarily a very high press, nothing gegen press, too much physical on these players, but we are going to try and be slightly aggressive. So be proactive, really, not reactive. We're going to be proactive, try and be on the front foot. Next, we do have Zoran Mitrov, who is also a winger, again, a right-footed winger. If we do look at his report, he's got pace. That's about it. He has pace and he's got balance as well, so he can dribble with the ball, and he's got pace. So again, he might just be a backup to the right winger here, Ivanovic. And again, we will have to retrain him as a right winger, considering he is also right-footed. Now, centre-back wise, if we look at the best centre-backs, we got Darius here. If we look at his report, how old is he? Oh, he's 21, 6 foot as well. If we look at Darius here, he's good in the air, which is obviously a positive. His heading ability underlines his strength in the air as well. So the boy can head. The boy can head. There's nothing that stands out here for me. There's nothing telling me that he's a technical player. There's nothing telling me that he's good enough to be a ball playing defender. So he's likely just going to be a standard central defender. And the next best centre back here, we've got Radu Rogak. Looking at his star rating, he's currently a good player, but it's just that's it. That's as good as it gets. Whereas we've got this 22-year-old Serbian who is currently also a good player, but potentially an excellent player for this team as well. So we're going to put Darius in at the back. Almost struggled there. He is a right-footed player. And then for Nenad Lalic, who is both-footed as well. We do have a both-footed centre back here. This is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. I'm getting very excited now. So he's adept at using either foot. Again, someone that's good in the air as well. He has an impressive jumping reach. We are going to be sticking Lalic at the near post. So the team is coming along. The team is coming along. Now in central midfield, Tudor Chalin. Sorry guys. A 20-year-old, 6'3". He's obviously going to be good in the air, as it says here, but that is all we know. He's considered a technical player. So we might have to give him a technical role. Next in central midfield, I actually haven't put him in the team yet. We're going to obviously look at these two players here who also play in central midfield as well. So we have Rayul here, Vidashran, and he is a good player who's potentially an excellent player. He's 22. We also have to build for the future. Guys. He has an impressive jumping reach. We are very good in the air. It looks like we are very good in the air. He's got poor technique and he's a fairly selfish player. We've got Valery Marchechi here, and looking at his report, yes, he's considered a technical player. He's got a few more pros here. His composure aids his skillful approach to the game. He's good in the air as well. He doesn't enjoy big matches though. But looking at the coach's preferred roles for him, he looks like a fairly defensive-minded player. But in the system, I believe, where is Valerie there? I believe I can play him as a defensive role, a central midfielder on defend, someone that's going to control the tempo of the game. I'm going to put him on the left-hand side because we've got the left winger on attack here and the pressing forward attack here on the left-hand side. So it's kind of just looking for some stability here on the left-hand side. I mean, I'm calling him Marchechi. That's clearly not his name. Valery Makrichi, there he is, there we go. He is the central midfielder on the defend, and as we can see here, the central midfielder will focus more on sitting deep, curtailing opposition counter-attacks and controlling the tempo of the game as well for the team. So you still have to be a fairly technical player, which Makrichi is. I believe I butchered his name again, and now I believe this central midfielder here, he should be on a supporting role at least, and possibly an attacking role, but again, we're looking for balance. We do need balance. We're not going to go for anything overly ambitious for this team. So we do have Mini Eni here, who I just spotted that can play central midfield, considered a technical player. He's got some pace to him as well, but he's fairly inconsistent and he doesn't enjoy big matches. For me, that is actually a huge worry, having both of those cons playing in central midfield. So now let's look at the other central midfielders. We have Gabriel Stoy here as well. Looking at his reports, he shows real devotion in everything he does. Now, this is the only player with a positive personality in the side. He's a good player. He's obviously going to fit fairly well with most of the squad. He's considered a physical player. He possesses a fair amount of pace as well. I mean, he's brave. He plays in central midfield. There we are, Gabriel Stoy, and we're actually going to put him as a box or a ball-winning midfielder. Now, I do want someone that can link play, and a ball-winning midfielder isn't a specialist at that, whereas a box-to-box midfielder is. And of course, with a box-to-box midfielder, you still need to be physical, and he is considered a physical player as well. So this is the team. Oh, we don't have a right back. And we do have another Makrichi. We do have another one. We have an Andre Makrichi this time. And yeah, of course, they're brothers. They have to be brothers. So now let's go back and let's look at the best right backs for us. We have a 17-year-old. So we do have Andre Makrichi. We do have Madeline Sturzu as well. And Ravzan Mariu. I mean, I'm just butchering names left, right, and center. But to comply with the actual league rules, we might have to play SPITCH, the 17-year-old, because we have to have a player aged 18 or under, and he's possibly the only player. So we do have two 18-year-olds here, Robert SPITCH as well. So he's probably or possibly going to play a lot of games as a right winger when Madeline doesn't play at right back. Looking at Madeline at right back, he's considered a physical player. He's good in the air as well, but he has poor technique and he must do a better job when it comes to marking. So I don't necessarily want him to be defending all the time, especially with his poor marking. He's got to do a better job at marking, I should say. And looking at the other right back, what's he like? If we go to his report, he works well within the team. He's got strength, he's got stamina, making him a decent athlete. To me, this is suggesting that he can get up and down the pitch, which again, he can be a great supporting act for the right winger. And considering the right winger is on support, now SPITCH is going to be that right fullback on attack. Now, this is looking like the team. We have filled in everything. Now, let's look at the team instructions and all of that good stuff before we get into the first game. And of course, I'll reveal the away kit. So now for the team instructions, me personally, I just like playing with a higher tempo. With the mentality, we're going to stick this on balance. We're just going to leave this on balance. And then, of course, when we play our games, we will kind of know, again, work out what kind of mentality we can go with. Is it positive? Is it attacking? Or are we going to be leaving it as balanced throughout the whole season? Now, like I've pointed out previously, we have a lot of players who are good in the air and we're going to try and take advantage of that. So we're actually going to be playing for set pieces. Now, looking at the rest of the instruction, nothing really screams at me to select. I mean, we can kind of hit early crosses, possibly, or we can have an overlap on the right. But again, we can be tweaking throughout the whole season. So we're going to try and start with the minimum and then we can kind of work our way up. Now, in transition, we are just going to counter press and counter. For me, that's just the way I like to play football. And if it's just too much, again, when playing the games, we are going to be tweaking throughout the whole season. We're going to distribute the ball to the fullbacks by throwing it long. We're just going to start with the ball out in the wider areas, try and get the ball away from goal, because God knows the ability of this team without actually looking at the players' attributes. And lastly, for out of possession, like I said, I kind of want to be proactive. So we're going to start off with a higher line of engagement and with a trigger press to more often. Again, nothing overly aggressive. Now, we kind of should start with a higher line of engagement and a higher trigger press, purely because we are using a double pressing forward. Now, those two are going to press, and if they press and they get beaten, then the opposition could have a lot of space to play in if the rest of the team aren't pressing with them. So we kind of do have to press fairly high, especially using the double pressing forwards. And now with the defensive width, we are going to force the opposition away from the goal, because again, we are very good in the air. We can deal with crosses, and we're just going to prevent that short goal. Actually, we're not, because I doubt anybody in the Romanian league is going to be trying to play some tiki-taka football. So this is it for now. What we're going to do is I'm going to skip these friendlies, and then we're going to get to the very first game of the season against, oh God, you know what? I'm just going to use the pronunciation and website for this, because that is an absolute hard name for me to pronounce. Politehnica, that's who we're going to be playing in the first game away from home as well. Oh, this could be a difficult start to the season. They are predicted to finish 9th if we go to the season review, actually. So we're predicted to finish 13th, and they are predicted to finish 7th as well. So they just got relegated to this division. This can be a very difficult game. So we're going to skip all the way to that game. And of course, before this game, we are going to be opening a box as well to reveal that away shirt. So let's get to that game. So welcome back. And of course, we've played some friendlies and everything went a-okay in the friendlies. So of course, tactically, we haven't changed anything, but I have kind of worked out my favorite players. Mitrov is in instead of Ivanovic, and yeah, I believe that's the only change that we've made. I preferred Mitrov as the right winger instead of Ivanovic, just looking at the friendly. And central midfield as well. We've gone with Kalin as the central midfielder on defend. Now we do have Raul as the box-to-box midfielder. Again, this could change, but just playing those friendlies, I kind of worked out this was my personal favourite team. So we're going to fill in the subs bench now, and we're going to get stuck into this game. But before we do, let's reveal this shirt. So welcome back, people. We're now going to reveal the away shirt now. So let's open up this beautiful box. Let's open up this beautiful box. Now, yeah, I've opened it. Let's reveal the away. Oh, this color is looking beautiful. Rapenzia Timisoara away shirt. Again, I'm collecting these, you know. I am going to be collecting these. Look at that. I've got a second card. I've got an actual third card as well, so I need to put that up there. Now, let's open up this shirt. Harry Bowles, if anybody wants some. Harry Bowles. Oh, this shirt is looking even better. Oh, this shirt. Oh, this shirt, ladies and gentlemen, is looking beautiful. It's red and black. Today, we're going to be playing like, oh, what a beautiful... No, come on. Come on. Nah, that is... Yeah, I love this one. So I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be putting on this shirt. Oh, what a beautiful shirt, man. Sorry, guys. I'll be back. I'm going to put this shirt on right now. Oh, and we're back. Look how beautiful. No, this shirt is absolutely beautiful. I'm in love. I'm in love. And we are away from home as well. So it's fitting that I'm now wearing the away shirt. But let's get back into this game.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name, as well as how to say more interesting and often confusing city names too.
Now, you guys might have actually heard YouTube in the background because I was learning how to pronounce some names and my headphones is automatic. So when I pull it on, it automatically played. Sorry about that if you heard anything. But now, let's get stuck into this game. So we're in the dressing room. Oh, someone's nervous here. So outstretched, no pressure. And then we're going to try and motivate the other lads in the team. So make me proud, boys. Make me proud. Let's go. And I know some of you are going to be preferring 3D. So we're just going to use 3D for our YouTube save. And now let's go. My kids just came in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my kids. Let me turn up the atmosphere as well. Let me turn up the crowd noise. Oh, we have a corner. Here's Mitrov, whips it in. Gavra and the boys are 1-0 inside 2 minutes. Come on, boys. It's the youngster Mitrov whips it in for Gavra. He nods it. Nods it. Nods it in for the first goal of our season. It's possibly the first goal in the whole division. Yeah, we scored the first goal in the whole division. Come on, boys. They've gone for a 4-4-2 as well. 4-4-2 might be the... Oh, they've taken down Golda. Diallo, what are you doing, son? Here's Gavra on the free kick. I have no idea if he can take free kicks. He whips it though. He's hit the bar. Kind of lobs it forward, but we win the ball in the air. We are good in the air. Here's Golda now. Gavra plays. Oh, it's a beautiful ball. It's Golda. Guys, we need a striker. What a start though for Rapenzia Timisoara. 35 minutes in. We had 9 shots at goal, 4 on target. XG of 0.71. We are deserved to be ahead, but they do have a last minute highlight. Here's Cana now. Plays it to Cristia. We've got to put pressure on them. There we are. We intercept the ball. Here's Golda. Here's the break now. Mitrov. Here comes the counter. And we don't have too many bodies running forward. We need a central midfielder holding his position here. Oh, what a goal! He's just flicked it. No, guys. He just flicked it in. Mitrov with another assist. The Youngs, I told you guys. I told you about Mitrov. I preferred him over the original right winger that we had. And look at him. He runs wide. Look at the flick. Look at the flick. Oh. Are you Brazilian? Do you have Brazilian as your second nationality, son? And it's 2-0 at half-time to Rapenzia. This is going oh so well in the first game of the season. Zoran Mitrov, with 2 assists. He's created 1 clear cut. So has Raul as well. But Christian Gavra has buried both of those chances. We've had a decent number of shots at goal. Oh my God, I'm getting way too excited now. I can hardly speak. I need to sip on my tea. What a start, boys, of the season. Here's Sturgeon. Mitrov now. Whips it. Gladden, the left back. Raul now. Plays it to Lalic, the centre back. You should get back, boy. Get back. That's it. Look at you getting back. Come on. Listening to your governor. Listen to your manager. Here's Golda. Here's Raul. Gavra. Play it through. He just doesn't have that vision. There's Pifto, our most creative player. Here's Golda. I mean, this is patient. The right back. Oh, he has a crack. What a save. We may need to make a sub, so we might pause the game. There we are, 65 minutes into the game. Go into the tactics. Now I feel we can kind of take our foot off the pedal, so we're going to remove both of these transitional instructions. We don't want to kill these players because Pifto out there has obviously worked hard and he's kind of knackered. So should we put Ivanovic there? Yeah, let's go for... Actually, no. Because he's a physical player, not necessarily a creative player. Whereas Ene, he's a creative or a technical player at least. So we're going to go with Ene, actually. We can't actually play there. But what we're going to do, again, his goal here and then go to inverted winger on attack. Let's see if we can get him trained there. Also up top as well, we have Claudio Matis, who's got some sort of potential ability. He's fast. No, he's not. He's just good in the air. Another one that's good in the air. So Golda is going to be coming off for this guy who is good in the air. And now confirm that sub. Hopefully I haven't just messed things up. Here's Shalin now. Matis picks up the ball in a good position, plays it to Gavra. Here's Ene now. The two subs there in the thick of things already. Matis heads the ball over the bar. Now I want to work out if we have any other youngsters on the bench that can get a run out for the last 10 minutes, because we will try and develop some players as well, rather than just buying a whole load of players just to take over. We are going to try and develop some players. So we're going to see if there's any youngsters here. Oh, we might have to put on Gabriel Stoy though. Okay, I can't find another youngster. I think we brought on 2 already. So we're going to actually put on Gabriel Stoy in central midfield for our last sub. Here's Gavra. Are we going to get one more before the 90th minute? It doesn't look so. It's falling to the goalkeeper for the opposition. He kicks it. Oh, centre back son. Here's Kamara on the ball now. Goes out wide to Kim. Uh-oh. What a goal. Uh-oh. The centre back there, he's got to be winning that. He's got to be winning that. Kamara looks like he's got a dodgy touch. Is he left-footed? No, he's not even left-footed. He's 6 foot. And he just smashes it. Great entertainment, and Rapenzia have won the very first game of the season. I do feel the subs kind of... Oh, wait. They've made how many subs? How many subs? Oh, so there's more than 3 subs. Okay. Okay, but that there was the first game of the season, and we have started our season with a huge W under our belt. This team just recently got relegated as well, so they are one of the favourites. I wouldn't say the favourites, but they are one of the favourites, and already we found ourselves in the top 6, the promotion playoffs. So now let's go into the second game of the season. So I'm actually going to have to continue all the way. So you guys will join back when we are at that game against Metal. Yeah, at home is the next game. Let's get stuck into it. So welcome back to the second game. So we're going to have a quick look at Meta here. And let's see, well, their last game, they lost at home actually. Ooh, they have lost already. Now, if we go into the season preview as well, let's have a look at where they're predicted to finish. 10th, so just 2 positions above us. The odds are fairly similar to us. They look like they are going to be playing with a 4-2-3-1 as well. Oh, an attacking midfielder in behind our back. So we're going to actually mark him. Let's try and mark him. Type mark that attacking midfielder. And we're going to go unchanged, I believe. The left back didn't have a great game, but we're going to give him another shot today. And now let's get stuck in. Dressing room, pump our fist this time, because no, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We're just gonna pump up the boys, and now let's get stuck in. Come on, boys. This is starting as a fairly even game here, but Bucharesti are getting chances. They are getting chances, but here's our centre back who picks up the ball, recovers it. Here's Mitrov now, plays it in. Here's Golda, Mitrov, some nice intricate play here. Here's Piftor out wide. He's going to cross it shortly. Here's Gavra, and he's on the score sheet once again. I did say this guy is going to be the key guy if we do get promoted, and already he's got his 3rd goal of the season. Mitchell plays it out wide. A little bit fortunate there. Subu there, the left back or the right back for the opposition, should be heading it out. Or is he the centre back? Even worse if he's the centre back. No, he's the right back. But we are now 1-0 up in this game, but they are getting a few shots or chances at goals, so we kind of have to keep an eye out on that. We kick the ball forward, but it is picked up by their central defenders. Now they lob it forward. Their striker, he should be marked there. He should be challenged. Now it's their time to be patiently playing the ball about. It's Mihai. I don't feel too good about this highlight. There's Sin. Liga, Herrera. I'm not feeling too good about this. We've got to put some pressure on them boys. You can't let them just knock the ball about like this. Come on, boys. We've got to nick this. Oh, this is too much now. Come on. We've got to be doing better there. We've literally just stood there looking at them play football there. Now it's our turn to attack their goal. Put the ball into the box, but Pivot doesn't find anybody. Here's Lalic now, Gradon, Chalin. It's our turn to build up again. Let's play like them. Here's Gavra. Let's play. Oh, back heel as well. Let's play like through. Mitchell, one more, son. Where you going, Sturzu? The right back. Here's Raul now. Mitchell again. We're going away from goal, but he's going down the byline. He whips it in. Oh, Sturzu. Gavra! No. Well, at half time, I mean, I'm fairly disappointed because their goal, we should be winning the ball, man. We should be winning the ball. We should not allow them to be playing that. Well, allow them to be playing like that. I have moved my mentality to attacking now. That's all we can do. That's all that's screaming out at me is be a little bit more positive. Golda is on both of our strikers on the yellow card. We kind of have to watch out for that. I'm trying to think of something else to change, but I can't think of anything other than putting this fullback on support and now getting a little bit more out of Mitrov, who was very, very dangerous in the first game, and he's clearly been dangerous in this game as well. So we're going to try and get a little bit more out of Mitrov as well. So let's go for this second half. We've whipped it in. Oh, we've hit the bar. What is going on, ref? We've just hit the post. That is scintillating from Rapenzia. I mean, given that we have been the dominant side, this will feel like points dropped, and we were 1-0 up as well, but they scored an outrageously good goal. Here's Mitrov now, plays it through ball to Golda. Oh, what a finish! Mitrov again with the assist. I told you we need to get a little bit more out of Mitrov today, and we got that assist, and Golda finally gets on the score sheet. Lovely football. I say lovely, it was decent football. Mitrov play. That's a lovely pass though, and that is also a lovely finish. The goalkeeper just didn't know what to do, did he? It's now 2-1 to Rapenzia. I'm absolutely nervous right now. Oh, we've got a throw in though. They hoofed the ball up, but again, we've got some very decent defenders in the air here. We've got Callan on the ball now. Gladden. Gavra. Here comes the interchange between the attacking players again for Rapenzia! What a goal for Gavra! Oh my days! Oh my, what a hit, John! Unbelievable, Jeff. What a goal! Interchange in between the attack. Oh, get in the bin, son. What a goal. What a hit. Gavra's on full. Gavra's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Gavra's on fire. Your defense is terrified. The Romanian fans are singing. They are absolutely loving this. So we're going to put Friedrich at left back as well, because again, the left back is not having the best of games. Possibly we're going to have a look here because we've got shoot less and sit more narrow as well. In central midfield, we're going to... Who's having a better game? It don't matter. Raul got subbed last game, so this time it is Callan's turn for Stoy, and NA is coming in for Pifdot as well. Give them a little pep talk and confirm those subs. Ref. We're actually going to do the same thing as we did last game. We're going to remove this, and we're also going to reduce this mentality when we can. But Mitchell, it's 4. It's 4. Christian Gavra has headed in the 4th, possibly now. See, this is what I mean about creating tactics and playing the games. Now, possibly, we know that away, we should stick with balance. At home, we should be attacking. Clearly, attacking is working at home for us, but now we're going to go to balance to try and keep the result at 4-1. Let's not go for any more goals. But Christian Gavra on the 10. Gavra is on fire. Your defense is terrified. Gavra is on fire. Your defense is terrified. Gavra is on fire. Your defense is terrified. And the game ends 4-1 to Rapenzia. What a game for the Rippy boys. What a game. And look at the boys all on the pitch. Now we have moved up into third position. Oh, what an episode. What an episode. Have we created the perfect tactic already? God knows. But next game we have another home game. Oh, we're building up some early momentum now. We are building that momentum. Let's go, boys. I am loving this already. Thank you everyone for turning up. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the series so far, hit the like, comment as well what you like so far. I mean, this is amazing. I was striker, 2 games, 5 goals. Insane performance so far. Don't forget to download that SPITCH app as well on your phone. Again, downloading that and registering, you will be helping out this channel out a lot. I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe. Peace out. If you do like this episode, please hit that like button. What a shirt as well. What a shirt. Come on, boys. Let's go.